Evening all, how we doing? Sorry I missed the countdown now and again. Cat was being a bit of a pain. Tiny little fuzzy agent of chaos as she was wont to be on occasion. Ended up chasing her around the bedroom trying to get her out. Because she wasn't supposed to be in there. Anyway, we're here now. How are we all doing? Gonna jump in and run around and do a few bits and pieces ahead of the update and stuff. Probably. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, it'll be cool. We're all having a good one. Didn't make it last night. Was going to do this yesterday, but yeah, I was rather worn out. Doing a bit better today, though. A bit better. Taking glasses off, though. We're all doing well. Isn't anything more for you? How's it going? You and Paul, how are we doing? A bit of COVID. Not fun. Not what you need. Hope everybody's holding up okay and I'm going to be on the mend soon enough. Jerry, thank you for the sub. Welcome on in. And evening, Katie. How are you doing? Yeah, not so bad over here. Glasses are a mess, though. Good dear. Yeah. It's been a bit of an afternoon. Got my video done, though. But, yeah, it's been a series of chaotic events. A handful of a day. Oh well. It's all good. We're here now. We can chill and play some video games. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Once I can actually see what's going on. Not long now until the goal update is due on Tuesday. They've actually put a last-minute patch out for the PTS, which almost seems a little odd, given that the servers will be down in a day or two anyway, and the updates will roll out on Tuesday, but I don't know. It's a back-end thing, and like no actual. I think the term they used was player-facing changes, but still, maybe there's an issue going on with the functioning of the PTS. Right, where are we? There we are. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, doing alright at the minute. Hope you enjoyed the video, Wolfie. I had fun with that one. It was yeah, a couple of cool camps and that. Yeah. A whole bunch of Nightingale news for those playing. A fairly substantial update is about to land or has landed or something. You give that another look at some point, but there's so many things to get on with and so on. Play and test and whatever. Stream and catch up on and you know, that's always the way it goes. Kind of curious how many hours I've got in my current Cyberpunk playthrough that I'm working towards the end of. I actually do want to get that wrapped up fairly soon, and I think I'm nearly there, but I've got to be about part 200 hours on that bloody playthrough. Right, what's occurring? Mostly sale bundles at the moment, nothing new, which is what you'd expect the week before the update. There's some good bits and pieces. Some of the Hunter's Rest stuff is definitely nice to have, but former scoreboard stuff, I think, most of this, from way back when. Some of the square rugs, they're okay. I've got one of them, apparently, the green one. Which I think was a season thing. I don't know where the rest of them were, and I haven't got them. Maybe they're Atomic Shop as well, but yeah, they're there's better options. Mothman bundle, if you want to. Oh, there's some interesting stuff. But pose, frame, backpack flares even. Poster, target, egg in a jar. Egg in a jar's quite cool. Is that the target? Is that the shooting target? I guess it must be. Can't see what else could be. Actually, not a bad couple of items in there. Some of them are a bit meh, but some of them are alright. A couple of good bits and pieces in this guild headquarters bundle as well. Not too bothered about most of the floors, but there's a couple of bits and pieces that are worth having. The washer and dryer and so on if you like doing house-type camps. And a whole load of last week's sales. Some decent stuff on there. bit more of the scrappy side of things and stuff. What's on this one? Shelters. The doll set's creepy AF. Which one do I not have? One porcelain doll I don't have. This one. Almost tempted to get it, because then I've got the set. Mass marketing bundle. Oh yeah, lots of billboards if you want to go down that road. Mad scientist bundle. Again, I want the fridge, but I don't really want anything else from this bundle. Lawn bundle. Basically, mostly stuff that... I mean, I do like the look of those neon signs, but again, I don't want the whole bundle for it, so... Yeah. It is what it is, and there's a few other bits and pieces, most of which I have. Or the interesting ones, anyway. Surprised I don't have the thrushes. Was it always on the Atomic Shop? I guess it must have been. Creepy bloody thing. Yeah. And freebie, carryweight boost, I don't mind if I do. I picked up the Triumph Terrace kit, which I did gather has allegedly got a bug with it, but I want $2. I'm not in a tearing rush to use it. Kind of planning a build, which I guess will be early next week probably, because by the time I've done it, but we'll see. Might start it tomorrow. I'll figure out exactly what I want to do, but yeah, it's all right stuff though. That's the target, is it? Oh, that's quite cool. Another Mothman outfit. I've got a few different ones that I quite like. I think I've been enjoying my current one, but I may mix it up again around about the time of the new update. We'll see. I thought something related to my building would be fun. I don't know. Also kind of inclined towards a change. My old favourite was a Brotherhood outfit, so I can't really keep wearing that, can I? I'm going to go ghoul. I did pick up a shovel, but I've discovered I really need to get the cursed shovel again, which I don't think I have. I think I've gotten rid of that thing. If I'm going to use it as a run and gun thing, just to boost the damage on it, because the base one really doesn't have that higher damage output. Which would not really be the point of it, but, you know, it's not going to be a boss killer weapon, but it needs to be effective, so I think it does need a little buff. I could go for something else and put a different skin on, but, you know. That's things now. Right then, still hanging out at my Helvetia camp for now, because I haven't built anything else yet. Mind you, we could always go and hang out one of the other ones if we wanted, couldn't we? Let's get some music on the go. Of course, I turned it off when I was getting footage. Okay, I've also switched up for the lols for a bit to my laser rifle. It's kind of fun. It's an ultrasight laser rifle. It's quite effective.
Let's play.
Especially against level 50 super mutants. It's not quite as effective against higher level ones, but still. Roxas Farmer does look cool up top there, doesn't it? Hanging out on top of the hill. Actually had to tweak my loadout a little bit for using this thing. Pull some points out of places that weren't that useful and put them into intelligence so I could buff the damage using the science perk. Right, I don't know if there's a lot of stuff that I want to pick up left on the scoreboard. I don't think there's much, but nonetheless, we can do all of that, can't we? Yeah. I think at least some of the whatever the currency is for the scoreboard these days, I forget. It's not score itself, it's score awards and ranks, which awards you the ability to spend something each time you rank up. What the fucking hell's it called? Now it's just going to bug me. Tickets, that's the one. Yeah, the tickets do transfer over, so doesn't hurt to have too many. Let's build anything. Brain fungus, pre-war food. I'll probably re-roll that one because it's somewhat annoying. Couple of ghouls' leg, drink nuka cola. Definitely not doing that one. Kill blood eagles, scrap headwear, cork. Repeatable at rank 100 or above complete public events. Okay, I guess we can maybe have a go at some of those. I don't know. We'll see. Well, either we will or we won't. So I'm going to re-roll pre-war food because I'm not bothering with that one. Build anything in workshop or camp 30. That's fine. And I don't want to drink all that nuka cola because I'd rather save it for making explosives with. Cloth. There we go. Right, so let's do a bunch of building. I need 30. Oh, that shouldn't be too difficult to do, should it? Human Ancient, how's it going? Starting a vanilla playthrough of Skyrim, Paul. That's a bold move. I'm all for starting a new playthrough. So much so that I've never actually finished a playthrough. But I don't know that I'd go mod free. Which reminds me, actually. I did see... I didn't make a very sensible decision here. Oh. A article today on IGN commenting on a rumour somebody else had posted. Talking about potential Oblivion remake. And the rumour that they were reporting suggested that it could be announced in within the next 2 months, month and a half, and then released before the summer. Now, there were previous rumours about this that turned out to be much ado about nothing, from somebody else, admittedly. So I'm not too trusting of that. And a lot of the other stuff that was speculated around it, I don't really buy into either. There's a lot of, like, oh, they're going to be doing this, that, and the other, according to the rumours. Like, it just doesn't add up. Bethesda are making a remake, but they're using Unreal. Well, one of these things is definitely not true. So, it's all a bit weird. Still, we'll see what happens. My guess more likely is if it's happening at all, we'll hear about it in the summer, which is not what this rumour was saying. It was like, oh, it'll be before then. It won't. It'll be the summer showcase if it happens at all. At least that's my big hunch anyway. Books. And how much cloth did I need? I needed 30, didn't I? That's not too bad. So let's hop down to Summersville and do that. But yes, in a Skyrim sense, if an Oblivion remake does come out before Sky Oblivion, which would be that'll be an interesting turn of events. It would probably mean play the remake, not Sky Oblivion, probably, for me. In which case I wouldn't have to mess around with the Skyrim mods so much, would I? Well, I probably still need to do that. So one thing that is slightly annoying about this is waiting for the switch on it. So none of your other weapons do you have to pull out and then disengage your safety first. On this one, you do. Presumably so you don't flatten the battery, but even so. Because people think that Bethesda's engine is trash and they want to imagine they would use something else, despite the fact there's absolutely bugger all chance of that happening. If Bethesda are making a remake, and I really doubt it, to be honest, if it is happening, it won't be Bethesda making it, then they'll use the Creation Engine 2, the engine that was used for Skyrim. Yes, I really doubt Bethesda are making a remake of Oblivion anyway. If it is happening, it will be a different studio doing it, in which case it could actually be Unreal. But if Bethesda were doing it, they wouldn't be using Unreal. couple of their staff might have experience with Unreal in other studios, but as a studio as a whole, they've never used it and they've always stuck with their own engine, and there's no reason to think they'll change that. Especially not for a game that's previously made on an earlier version of that engine that they could then bump up to the one they made for Starfield. So, yeah, but it won't be Bethesda doing it, I am like 95% sure, because they just haven't got the bandwidth for it. They've got people working on Elder Scrolls 6, on Starfield's next set of updates and expansions. We've got people working on Fallout 76. They've got people making mobile games. Who the hell are they going to put on this supposed Oblivion remake? They just don't have the staff. Not a chance. Well, that does therefore slightly increase the chances that it would be made using a different engine, because a different studio would be doing it. Still, wild speculation, of course. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks. I'd really be surprised if it turned out that it got announced before the June showcases, though. That'd be a really weird thing to do. One shot apparently in there. Ah, yes, sod. Not using all my ammo that I'm nearly out of, apparently. I'm just going to do something about that. I'm glad I spotted it. Never fully played Oblivion. I didn't either. I did play the game. Played it on PS3 long ago. Didn't really enjoy it. Well, actually, that's not true. I played quite a lot of it and had some fun with it. Didn't stick at it, though, and wasn't inclined to do so. Skyrim I've enjoyed more, but I think a lot of that was because I played that on PC. I just stick the game. I'm a happier PC gamer, I guess. There's certain things I have enjoyed playing on consoles, and certain things that do play better with controllers when they're built that way, like Batman Arkham games or Assassin's Creed titles and the like. Those are exactly the best these days. But yeah, on the whole, definitely not my thing. Ooh, actually, I don't need to craft that, do I? Because I've got a shitload of it in here. Well, a fair load of it. You was playing Star Wars: The Old Republic? Yeah, I had another crack at that not so long ago. Back end of last year. Yeah, it was fun for a while. And then I kind of dropped out of it again. It's cool. And part of the problem is I was playing stuff I've played before, but yeah, it does have a bit of a repetitive vibe to me. Which you'd think other things would have the same issue, but apparently not. Destroy 10 robots. I can do that. Especially if... what the fuck's it called? The event over there is running. Oh yeah, I need to decide on new paint job for my power armor, don't I? Evening, Toadflakes. Evening, Grey. How are you doing? Ninjaed in there a little bit. AWOL Armaments, that's the name of the event. Yeah. Yay.
Attention, patriotic citizens. This is Sergeant Gutsy ABA-1. A United States Army convoy has been attacked. Send authorities and able-bodied individuals to the Robco Research Facility ASAP. ABA-1, now. Our convoy was en route securing important prototype robotic armament when we were attacked by protesters. Hippie and Savageaux.
Well, protesters and saboteurs attacking you, I can kind of believe. It's the hippies I struggle with.
Fall into enemy hands. Use the button in the truck to activate the emergency recall beacon. Be quick about it. I don't have much time left before we need to power down again. Wandering the nearby countryside. No doubt got their screws.
I think that one just destroyed himself.
Be warned. They are extremely dangerous. Now, form a defensive perimeter and wait here until they arrive. I'll shut down to preserve power and prevent my internal processors from further frying themselves. Carry on without me. This is your moment to show Uncle Sam what you've got. Good luck. Stay strong. Dismount.
5% right, that's not bad, Greg, that'll do. Better than poking you with a sharp stick in it. Grats. I never played 76 on Xbox, yeah. Gotta admit, I mean, I switched between Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 from console to PC. I was playing Fallout 4 at the time on PlayStation 4. And then when 76 came out and everything, I wanted a better PC at the time and needed upgrades for video making and what have you. So I thought, well, you know what, it'd be darn so easier to just keep the whole lot in one place. I actually had a bit of a overspill. I picked up a cheapo second-hand PS4 back then because I got the PC before 76 came out. My last PC, that was. So I set everything up so that I could keep my PS4 account running, because it was where I had all my mods and stuff. And then didn't have to screw around the way I was before, transferring footage from a PlayStation 4 to a PC via friggin' USB. Every time I made a video. Plus that shit sucked. Then when 76 launched, I got that on PC, and the rest was history. Now, I don't know when the last time I actually played a video game on a console was. Been a long old time. Played Mario Kart on N64 a few years ago. What else? Played a tiny little bit of Switch, I think, at one stage or other. I think that's probably the last I did. Right, well, that went well. Let's head back to camp, sort stuff out, and then we'll push out again, I think. I'm not going to be having a crack at that one. "20 years, crikey, that is old school careerness. Far too much Atomic Shop stuff invested in Xbox. Yeah, not being able to switch that over does kind of suck. I'm guessing that it's way more of a pain in the arse for them to actually organise than it would appear to be. I remember them moving people from Bethesda Launcher to Steam on PC, and that was a whole fucking scenario. Not an impossible thing to do, but it was quite the nightmare from what I recall. Particularly on the back end side of things. Right. Okay.
Directive. Acquire all junk. Still in progress.
That is, start made. Ghouls. You cripple a lot of ghoul legs. So I need to find lots and lots of ghouls. Well, we also need brain fungus, so I might as well do the white string for that, hadn't I? At least make... Yeah, that's probably the best place I'm going to find. I can definitely see the appeal of that type, folks, yeah, for sure. Date nights of gaming. In the last 18 years, me and my other half just passed, we've managed, I think, like a 45-minute gaming session on the Switch where we played the same game. And we've been looking the whole time to find something that's going to click for both of us and that we both want to play. But, it's not otherwise happened yet, apart from, as I say, one random session of golf on the Switch. Can't even remember why the hell we ended up playing that either. It was funny.
Pardon me.
Why? What did you do? Right. Well, a little short there. I have to go elsewhere and have a look in a bit. Lots of brain pain. As in the Gleaming Depths. I'd sooner smash my nuts with a meat tenderizer, to be honest.
Maintain situational awareness. The grounds are not...
I won't play it, and neither should you. There's my position on it. I better... it didn't fucking count, did it? Should have done, but didn't. New Monster Hunter game. Yeah, not really my thing either, but I know a few people who are into it. If your legs are so kind as to fucking break, that'd be great. This is not going very well. Nope, it's not going very well at all. Indigo Cave, that was where I was thinking of. Nope, that didn't count. I'm gonna need a new gun that doesn't take their legs out quite so fast. I thought they were supposed to change it so that the leg would break before they died. This is really not working, is it? New plan required. Let's try using this that I haven't got any points into and see what happens on this loadout. Dying Light, Dead Island, Far Cry 76. Yeah, my other half would hate pretty much all of that. I had mixed feelings on Dying Light, to be honest. Played a good chunk of the first game, but I don't think I was really blown away by it. Dead Island I've never played. Far Cry, I'm not a big fan of Far Cry. That's slightly better. Any Far Cry I've really played was Far Cry 3. And yeah, the whole Ubisoft style at the moment is not really my thing. And it's very Ubi. Very, very Ubisoft. But yeah, everybody raved. I remember everybody raving about just how great Far Cry 3 was back in the day, and I played through it. It was like, you really screwed over the villain's ending. The way in which the final confrontation with the main villain of the game went was just such a bloody disappointment. I was not impressed with that. Borderlands? I've enjoyed playing Borderlands, but again, whether I would hate it. Split Fiction, I have heard good things about that. Might have to investigate and discuss. But I actually remembered, so just remembered something. Words, English. It's difficult. I finally got a cripple on that one, apparently. Hear another ghoul, I don't see them. Upstairs. Probably. How you doing, Castro? Do I use any reshade or graphics mods? I do not, no. I do a tiny little bit of polishing in the editing of videos. That's about it. Just a very tiny little bit, but it's mostly just because this guy's annoying me. It's supposed to break your legs, not mine. Yeah, it's mostly just because by the time you guys have gotten to it on YouTube, and it's gone through multiple re-renderings that don't exactly do the maintaining of quality any good. So I'm trying to offset that a little bit. Really? Yeah, nothing major. It's kind of the opposite problem, really, with the Ubisoft being in a quiet taste. It's more like eating so much pudding you make yourself sick. No, it used to be good, and then they kept doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it got progressively worse and less able to tolerate the shortcomings of their way of doing things. Because I was sick of it, you know. Like Assassin's Creed, it used to be good, but after... well, by the time they hit the third game, it really wasn't anymore. Not the third game, Assassin's Creed 3, I should say. And it just feels like the same warm mud over retread of not particularly interesting mechanics by that point. And same goes for most of their other games. They just feel like the same mechanics as anything else they've made with a different skin slapped on the top of it. Obviously because they are. Yeah, definitely a bit sick of them. I keep wanting some of their stuff to come out really cool, but still waiting. Well, have been waiting for a while. Really wanted to like the reworked, the rebooted Assassin's Creed games. Origins, Odyssey and Valhalla are all great settings, and I should really have been into any of them, but especially Valhalla. But more than anything, it was a disappointment. The cat shouted. I shouted back, but I figured you probably didn't need to be deafened as I yell at the cat. Well, I didn't yell at the cat, I yelled to the cat. Then come in here if you want to come in here. I've just seen how much rads I've taken. Yeah. Don't know what it was about Daylight. Didn't land for me. Haven't played Borderlands 3 yet. I want to. I was holding off on that in case I maybe ended up playing it with my brother. But I should try and find the time at some point to play that. Mind you, I won't be playing Borderlands 4 the instant it comes out, so it's not like I'm in a rush. I will play it eventually, probably. Outer Worlds. Oh, there's another disappointment as well. That game wasn't very good either. I'm curious to see how they do with Outer Worlds 2, as if they managed to improve over the first one. But yeah, the first one was a cool concept that they didn't manage to pull off. Story? Yeah. I don't know that anybody's really played Borderlands for the story. More like a handful of insane characters and a lot of blowing of stuff up, really, isn't it? New Subnautica, that'd be an interesting one. Played a bit of the first one, and then it just got a bit to my general creepiness at being that all things underwater kind of kicked in, and I was like, nope, that's probably enough of that for me. But a really cool concept, and game that did quite well, I think, for its studio. Starfield I enjoyed quite a lot. Need to jump back in and probably need to jump back in and finish off my current playthrough. Depends on how the next expansion fits into things. But I'll definitely be playing that when it comes out later this year. Should be. There's got to be a crippled leg in there, surely. That one was. Retreat! My frame rate dropped by 50% there. Did I get all of their legs? I've got all their legs now. Okay, that's alright then. You liked it? Yeah. Well, a lot of people did. Bethesda games in general, yeah. I like what Bethesda do. They wouldn't suffer from a slight refresh in the way they do things, I don't think. But they are far from alone in that particular category. Fancy words there, no? If that's what the whole head underwater fuck no feeling is, then fair enough. I'll put this somewhere that I can actually get into the damn thing. That's probably not it. Yeah. Nope, I don't think that's it. There we are. Here. Nope. Okay. How are we doing then? Photomide, purified water, more brain fungus, cork, headwear, blood eagles. Right, okay. Stop by here and get rid of some bits, and then we'll probably head to the Wendigo Cave, I guess. That's interesting, guy. Yeah, it's not even a deep water thing for me, so maybe I'm not quite on that particular line of thought. Although I don't like deep water particularly. Because, you know, what would you? It's kind of... Well, you know, the depths of the ocean are less hospitable to human life than outer space is, so... Doesn't really seem like a good place to be spending much time to me. But yeah, just in general being underwater, and particularly if my head's underwater and I don't feel like I'm the one in control, fuck no. But I'm the same about heights, really. Wendigo Cave. Can't play Sea of Thieves because it triggers it. Bloody hell. That's interesting. Something that cartoony, that's surprising to me. Mind you, I hate jumping off high things in video games because it makes my feet hurt. Yes, I do mean in video games. Same as when I watch them on TV. A whole lack of, dislike of heights kicks in. A hard time in video games when you have to swim. Yeah, doesn't bother me too much in that context. Like, yeah, they're going into the depths of the ocean. I mean, credit to Subnautica's designers to kind of throw it back to that a little bit. And that's the deep, dark, I'm trapped down here and there's no way out kind of vibe. That feeling of being trapped underwater, they did a really good job of recreating that, which unfortunately is me noping the hell out of there, but they did do a good job of it. Aristocrat's faster fire rate, I believe, on this particular gun. Those who are curious, by the way. Aristocrat's faster fire rate, damage resistance while aiming. There was something else there originally instead of the damage resistance one, but it was pretty naff, and I elected to replace it. Struggle with heights in video games. Yeah, in video games, on TV screens, doesn't matter. Not good with it. My favourite example is in The Dark Knight, when Batman is in Hong Kong and jumps off this massive-ass skyscraper. As he does, the camera pans forward and over the edge of the drop, and then down the side of the building. That's me straight out there. I have to look away. Yeah, it's like, it makes my feet hurt. I think is associated with jumping off something, landing on my feet and hurting my feet. So I think I've done on a couple of occasions as a very young person. It got stuck. Goran, Dying Light 2 does sound like a challenge. I like the concept of those games. It just didn't quite. The first one didn't quite click with me. I did put a fair few hours into it, but I didn't come away feeling hugely satisfied by the experience. Pity, really. who knows? If someday I stumble across Dying Light 2 dirt cheap on sale somewhere, I may invest. But, well, it's not really an investment, is it? Pull the trigger. And until such a point in time... There's a lot of other things further up the list of things I'd like to buy when they go on sale. Speaking of, Steam sale I believe started today. And if you haven't checked it out, it's a good time to pick up The Axis Unseen, which is Nate Perkypile's indie game. Heavy metal horror hunting game. We played at the back end of last year when it launched. Nate being a former Bethesda dev, worked on everything from Fallout 3 up to Starfield before he decided to go solo. Made a very cool game. Why could you no fucking heal? This is my mouse being, yeah, my mouse software being shit. A piece of general life advice: don't rely on software made by a hardware company. No matter if it's mouse software by Logitech, or in this case, or the same software from... Huh, I'm over the line. I didn't think I was. Blood Eagles, I suppose. I need 20 of them. Dagger's Den's probably best, but yeah. Corsair software wasn't good either. I don't think SteelSeries is either, and Nvidia's isn't great either. And they're all hardware companies producing software for their hardware, and the software's the weak part. It's quite the thing. Do I not have green thumb equipped? No, I've got another loadout, but I'm not screwing around changing my loadouts. It's done anyway. I'm not changing stuff within a loadout, I should say. Something else I was going to do while I was there. Oh, well, that was it. An alt tab and make my software work. Now I can actually heal.
Huh? Who goes there?
Beat Saber, there's a game that did remarkably well for what it was. Definitely outperformed people's wildest expectations, I think. Ooh, frames went down the toilet for a minute there, I don't know why. Can't see shit and I don't like it. Damn my grill, you cunt. One shot. Let's take night eyes off as well for this particular loadout, which kind of sucks because now I can't see.
Where are you hiding? I thought we were friends.
in there, little by little. Did you just throw a grenade at me and then run right after it like an absolute numbnuts? Seems you did, didn't you? Very clever of you. Well, I suppose you don't get into raid against based on brains, do you? Not that the brains aren't useful in a raider gang, but they're not really the defining characteristic, generally speaking. There's definitely one over this side somewhere, but they've disappeared. Missed me. Didn't get another shot. Razor synapse, was that one terrible as well? Moving floor. An interesting idea for a game setup. Now, Star Trek's holodeck would be the ultimate gaming setup, obviously. Except for they kind of skate somewhat over the fact that you would walk into the back wall sooner or later. Just as you do with VR in the real world. Unless they very, very subtly turned you around, but you need a big ass space to make that work in. Did we get enough? Kind of stopped counting. Not quite. Okay, I need another 6. I also need a workbench. There's got to be one of those around here somewhere, right? Right? It's a raider camp. There's got to be at least a chemistry station. Fuck you! Yes, I know I'm over encumbered. Behold the field in which I grow my fucks. Really? It's our raider camp with no bloody workstations in it? What's going on? I know there are some inside, but that kind of defeats the point of not going inside. Fuck off. Oh, I'll wander down the hill and I'll get my tent out again. I'm like, oh, I don't want transporters, because no matter what nonsense they're trying to come up with to say it doesn't kill you, it absolutely kills you. But holodeck will be down for. Must mean I've got a whole bunch of unneeded weapons on me. Nice. Right. Up next, more Blood Eagles. Where the heck am I? There I am. Hey, buddy. What are you up to?
Okay. Trade?
Depends. You got anything good on you? Oh, really? Super sledge plan. And everything else we're good on.
Can anybody hear me?
That's what I was looking for. Ripper Alley. Get that one. Oh, there's my leg. No scrap kits. Again, don't use them. Probably do have a few somewhere, but I don't use them. I use repair kits occasionally. Even that's pushing it. But I definitely don't use scrap kits. It kind of defeats the point of going back to your camp and having a camp and stuff like that. Now, if you wanted to do a no camp run, I could understand it, but... yeah, it always felt like scrap kits were something you can buy so you don't have to actually play the game. Where might that be found? Game over playing. What button is it to put my weapon away again? Cool. Purified water, photo mode, headway. Just got to think of where I need to go to get some cork, really, now. I don't think I've ever used a scrap kit, to be honest, as far as I can recall. Yeah, I've never really gone for VR either, but yeah. They've never satisfactorily answered the question of how do you walk in VR without hitting the wall. Until they're actually able to come up with a solution to that, it's pointless to my view. You can't walk over there, there's a wall in the way. No way you point and click. Well, that's not VR then, is it? Unless very ridiculous is what it stands for. Nah. Large sum of money for something that is a disappointing technology, to my view. Although, I do have a friend who uses it for playing Elite Dangerous, in which case he's just sat in a chair the whole time, and it works quite well for that. You can kind of see it there, but that's still a lot of money to shell out for sitting in a chair. I need to check my ally switch, don't I? Need some more of that and some repairs, need some more for that, okay. Guess I don't have any 2 mil, no. Yeah, cross on that. Husband doesn't do boats and you don't fly. Yeah, that does kind of complicate the matter. Unless you're okay with very long car rides, but even then that's still somewhat limited. I don't think I got anything like enough there, did I? Maybe I did. Okay. Brain's not really processing anything right now. Not as tired as I was last night, but I'm still a little bit kind of... you know? Brain is just not quite there. Headwear and purified water. Or I could press a button and you could do the thing game. That'd be great. Headwear. There's my armor bench. That's better, I'm okay with that. Weird. So it was just scrap, was it? Oh well. Whatever works, I guess. Pretty sure I got you over the 15 line there, game, but okay. So I'll just go myself. Oh, wonderful! It's blocked. Let's try a different world and see if that solves the problem. A treadmill. Weird, interesting idea. Difficult if you're moving sideways, though. Wheelbound, chairbound protagonist. Potentially, yeah, that could work. Interesting thought. Could expand out in a sci-fi sense into like hover chairs and stuff, couldn't it? Although you would have a hard time getting that fit sensation into play. Like using a ski machine. Yeah. Interesting idea. Was I just being a dumbass there? Was this entirely possible? Mind you, if it means I get to be back in the daytime, I'm kind of okay with that. My sleepy brain is probably not working, I suspect that's what's going on there. Damn, I do need to do that as well. We'll hang around on this one for a bit, see if another nuke gets launched at the mine, purified water and cork. Now, best place to find cork. Where's me notepad? Do I have anything useful in there? Probably not, but you never know. I did write my list of locations to find materials a very, very long time ago. Interesting. I mean, that might work. Let's give it a go, I guess. That is a lot of gutters, I should imagine, yeah. Nice on the vampires. I've got a few good ones, but none of the really big ones yet. But I have gone out and bought a bunch from other people, so there's part way to solving the problem, at least in the shorter term. Well, one of the things I'm probably going to do today, if I get the occasion, is try and farm up some caps, or I might do. You should wander around the White Spring looking for golf balls. I was having a fairly similar idea. Except instead of the White Spring, once my feet start walking, I'll go in here. Are you egg upon them? So I'll grab the plastic while I'm here as well. Not that I really need any, but there are golf balls all over the floor. There's a few, for example. Scorched head kind of got in the way there. My headlamp's a little too bright for this right now, but it's better to have the bright headlamp most of the time, but right now it's maybe a little too bright. Baseballs, those will have cork in them as well. Very, very careful to make sure you get your pronunciation right. Otherwise people think you're saying something else entirely. Anyway, that isn't enough. I would be astounded. What's everybody in town for? Feed the people. Apparently lots of people want to do feed the people. Interesting. Which path back to my camp? Anything interested in there? Probably not, I'm thinking. Maybe. Yeah. Not really my thing. Ooh, that looks quite cool. Depends on the decoration inside and stuff. Not bad. Not bad. Not sold, but not bad. Any other cool ones? This is over here. I've got a feeling this is going to be big old no. Yeah, I don't like the look of that. Right, head back. Yeah. Hemlock holes. Yeah, white spring would be better, I think. Yeah. Good for plastic and good for cork. Morgantown High School. Although not vast amounts. How doing, Johnson? Anyway. Nice. Glad you enjoyed the video. Ears itching. Yeah, there's a couple of good camps there. Took me all bloody week to find it, you know. I had a weird thing this week where I'd log into a world and some would have 3 camps on, like this one has, 3 best builds showing up. But as many, if not more, would have 1 or none showing up. And I'd hang around for a bit and see if they'd just load in a little bit later and it just needed a bit of time to think about it. Nope. They just weren't showing up properly, which was not great. Certainly made the gathering of footage considerably more difficult. Got there eventually, of course, but I've got some more tucked away, ready for a future video. Found a couple today, 2 or 3 today, and a couple yesterday, I think. Purified water. Ugh. Nice. Okay, and use photo mode to take a photo. Works for me. Cool, so we're over the line. I don't know that there's much else. There's only a single blast zone there. So... Nah. You know what? Yeah, let's stick this out and see what happens. I need some more grenades, apparently. The means to produce any. Deliberating on whether or not to jump back to Private World, but I don't think I will just yet. See whether or not anybody's going to launch a grenade. A nuke. Lacking in... what am I lacking here? Frag grenades. Really? Surprising. Nice. Lots of Lots of grenades. Yeah, I'm going to do what I think about it. I'm going to... I really want a quick save then. My brain's like, quick save! Before you do anything that might be vaguely somewhat permanent. Executioners. I can turn that in because I already know how to craft that one. Power armor. So, modify. What paint do we want to go for? We got the auger paint was the new one. That was quite badass from what I recall. Conqueror paint? Nah. Cribsy's Hunter? Nah. I wasn't thinking. I mean, Cryptid Hunter might work if you're going to go Google, I suppose. Have a look at that. Deep Space Alien Invader paint is a fun idea. Diabolical Enclave Hellfire paint. Does look quite good, but you know, one doesn't approve. Flatwoods Monster paint is quite fun, from what I recall. Well, Hellfire paints, those are quite cool, but not the best related one along those lines, I don't think. Ignition, I can't even remember what that looks like. The good colour one's quite fun. Presidential's a good one for the Union armour as well. Samurai, that was quite a fun idea as well. Yeah, I think I'd like to check out... The Spacewalk one's a fun idea, but... Let's try have a look at the Cryptid Hunter first up. See how that looks. And if I decide I'm not a fan, I'll go for something else, can't I? No, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Always appreciated those eggs. You the chessboard. Yeah, fingers crossed. I would imagine... I think it was last spring's update that put it onto a season when it initially arrived this time last year. So it might appear in the Atomic Shop before long. They usually give it about a year, don't they, before it shows up, so we'll have to see. Auger. Let's have a look at that auger one from the current season. What are we thinking then? That's kind of cool in a way. Yeah, I quite like the military, sort of industrial vibe. Not really military, is it? Although the head's got kind of almost wolf-like aspect to it, or canine-like aspect. down for that one, I think. Yeah. Improvements to the shells would certainly be a nice thing. I don't suppose I have an auger jetpack, do I? No, which is kind of an issue, really. Also, I can't actually preview jetpacks because they're behind the frickin' armor, which is really stupid and still extremely annoying. No. No. Especially given their crafting cost. Don't think I want that one. I'm just going to have to quickly Google this because I need to see what these look like before I go anywhere. Because yeah, they are so bloody expensive and I can't save it. It's very annoying. Revolutionary jetpack. There we are. No, not that one. Survivalist. Picture of that one. Apparently the same. Probably isn't, but you know. Maybe it is. So not those ones. Red Communist jetpack. I'm fairly sure I won't go for that one either. But Red Communist jetpack. Okay. And decent pictures of this. Jetpack is not the worst looking thing. It's not. It's kind of red though, rather than orange, which is potentially problematic. I think the Union one might be a semi-decent fit actually. Union jetpack. Yeah. Not ideal, but it's probably as good as it's going to get. Somebody's playing with my animatronic cat. Union. Yeah, I think we're looking at the Union one as probably being the best bet to fit with this particular power armor. And again, Bethesda really need to do something about the fact that so many of these new paints don't have matching jetpacks. It's a serious oversight, because that's probably as close as we're going to get for right now. They've left my front door open. And my bathroom door open. Also closing doors. There's something I really freaking want. Thumbs up for closing my door. Appreciate. Right. Now what the hell was I going to do? Before I got distracted by... Oh, I know what I was going to do. Do I? Let's see whether or not anybody launched a nuke, which they haven't done yet. Evasive time. I mean, I could, but I feel like it. And I was also thinking about going to West Egg and trying to farm up some caps. You know what? I actually kind of like the idea of launching my own nuke, because I haven't done that in a long old time. But first, I'm going to go to Sutton and get rid of some stuff. Evening, Cryptic, how are we doing? Yeah, right in the top corner of the paper map there are a few bits of pieces of cool spots. They're not the most convenient place to get to. And if you have a lot of stuff pinned, when you get all the way up there, you can find you can't get at your camp because you've got a load of challenges in the way of it. That's worth bearing in mind. There's a spot actually up there. Well, there it is. Maya's Eye. Pretty much head due north from the Nile Shallows, which is a cool little cave that used to be a Mirelite den and is full of raiders now, blood eagles specifically. It's quite cool. It was added about a year ago, a little over a year ago. On the down low, they didn't really mention it. There's nothing like quest-wise there, it's just cool location. Nice. Shit, I need to repair some of my weapons if I remember rightly. Yeah. Oh, a bunch of visitors. How's it going, Tengi? All right? Yeah, it's crazy when you realise you've missed stuff. Sometimes it's a case they have added things, but yeah. Yeah, some good spots up there. Some Baldur's Gate 3. Very nice. Yeah, it's on my get back to it soon list, Baldur's Gate 3. I'm waiting for the next patch though. This patch 8's got some cool stuff in it, and I kind of want to look into that. Feels like I might as well at this point. But I definitely do want to jump back into it at some point. I don't want it to become another Skyrim, yeah, another game that's really cool. But I never actually get around to finishing it. I do actually want to play through it. But I'm probably going to play some other stuff first. Right. Oh, we're going to launch a nuke, won't we? So we'll require my other loadout. It's the wrong button. Be looking at chat instead of what I'm actually doing. Blue screens? What's going on if you're getting blue screens? Can't say I have any issues with it at all, really. I mean, not that kind of issue, anyway. We need to check the Pip-Boy, don't we? Bravo's good and Charlie's good. Bravo it is, then. I don't remember where it is. How do you feel, you right? Yeah. Zoom. Every single time I go through one of these lifts with the suit power armor on, I'm left wondering how exactly does it recognize your handprint when you're in suit power armor and having a big old metal hand.
Stand by for security inspection.
You know? Like that. Anyway.
Law-abiding citizens will not false standing down.
It's going to be like that, is it? Cute. Been a bit stroppy about starting up there. Have to read the instructions, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, very annoying feeling. Definitely time for feet up and beer o'clock. Oh, you go this way, don't I?
Security incident in the residential sector.
No. Yeah, we've had a few good versions of Noel's name over the years, haven't we? I think that might be a new one.
Security teams to Sector Alpha.
I actually need to swipe it, don't I?
Registration complete. Welcome, General. Scanning. Keycard detected. Proceed to the control room with your
No, it's definitely still a classic.
and launch code to initiate the launch. Security incident resolved. Standing down. Warning. Warning. Reactor breach detected. Security lockdown initiated. All characteristics to limit contamination.
You detect sentient life and your first thing you try and do is laser it.
To initiate repairs.
Next thing you'll be trying to give me a fake turn.
Reactor is now offline. Requesting security oversight for maintenance procedure. Security incident in the reactor area.
Alert detected. Beginning search.
There it is. Trying to remember where that last one was, though. Hardly need to kill anything at all there. It's doing all the work for me, the ricochet perk. Allegedly, I've still missed one somewhere. Well, I didn't bloody miss that one, I don't think, but fine. Not exactly out my way.
Initiating system restart. Restart successful. Reactor system integrity restored. Terminating security lockdown. Opening bulkhead doors. Please stand clear of the doors.
Brave launch code. Ah. What about the slightly nervous launch code? Have we got one of those? Appreciated, no? Brave lunch.
Unauthorized personnel detected in the Operations Center. Activating mainframe security protocol Omega 12. All personnel defend the mainframe and secure the area.
Protocol Omega 12, eh? What next? B12?
100%. Assembling reinforcements. Mainframe Integrity Act. 75%. Mainframe Integrity Act. 50%.
Yeah.
Sensor alert. Anomaly.
That's better.
Mainframe Integrity Act. 25%. Mainframe integrity compromised. Aborting security protocol. Engineering team report to the Operations Center for immediate repairs.
That's interesting. It didn't seem to trigger pain train when I ran into the eyebot. I wonder if it's because it's a floating enemy and it just got pushed rather than actually bashed, because there's no resistance against the ground. It's supposed to be resisting against its engines, though, so whatever those are.
Do I look like
Warning, warning. Unauthorized tampering detected in the facility's mainframe. Security teams to the storage area. Repeat.
Oh,
Security
cool.
teams to the storage area. Security incident in the storage area.
Quest items, isn't it? Mainframe core, there you are. On we go.
Security teams
Life her back. Still catching up a little bit there, wasn't it? Only one that it missed, which is not so bad.
Security incident resolved. Standing down.
It just every time I always go the wrong way. Bit of a lighting fail there.
Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth.
Control room active. All stations standing by. Proceed to the launch control terminal to initiate the launch prep sequence.
Wasn't really all that stealthy, was it?
Launch prep sequence initiated. All personnel take your stations. All personnel to stations. Launch chief. Launch control chief. Active. Proceeding to station. Unsanctioned launch in progress. Security teams to the control room. Security teams to the control room. Additional security required.
It's easy to let the ricochet perk do the work for me there. Whatever the power armor equivalent that I have equipped is. Not sure if it's the same or not. Actually, no, it is the same perk, isn't it? Quarter past 10.
Chief Telemetry Officer, active. Chief Propulsion Officer, active.
Good music for this.
Security teams to the control room.
Remember when launching a nuke was the apex of difficulty in the game? The most difficult stuff is vastly more difficult these days, but outside of the content that shall not be named. Yeah, Monopoly, how's that?
25%.
But Monopoly would be a game that appeal to a
Officer, active.
raging capitalist like that fella.
Targeting officer, active.
How dare.
Stand down, people.
Not really, you're just really dumb and have got lost somewhere. No, there's one. Nearly there.
Launch prep at 75%. All personnel to your stations.
Interesting code.
Running will only make the pain last longer.
I wonder what the cipher was.
Launch prep complete. All systems nominal. Standing by for final authorization.
Nice. Keycard in.
Keypad access granted.
So, right, what we got then? Quadruple 1, 2801.
Access granted.
Half a second there, I just put it going green. I thought it was going to say nope. This isn't how you do it. Can I nuke? Really a good way to do this, is there? But not anymore. You really kind of need something like that so that you can kind of escape the area quickly, but it's not really going to help if there's already a blast zone right there anyway, isn't it? So just keep it simple. Welcome back now. That was a good picture. I think I made it over here fast enough. I did have to see the launch. I think I would have been able to anyway with the blast zone right on top of my head. Can jump back down the cliff a little bit. That way, can't I? Being the best way out. Yep. Oh, it's not really much of a cliff, is it? I'm out, I think. Bounce back to my camp and make sure I'm good to go. Yep. Well, I want a cursed shovel growth, which means doing a run through of Earl. Yeah, that was a fun camp. I'm thinking I'm going to need a bit more than that. That should do it. I did pick up an ordinary shovel, which I may have to resort to using, but I'd rather use a cursed one. There's a couple of people in on it already, to start. Especially if they're late game, decently equipped players. They're not that late game, or presumably decently equipped either. I don't know. Yeah, level 200 or something, they could be quite well equipped. Don't have the speed demon mutation on it, would seem, given that I've just legged it right past them at full sprint. What am I going to name it? I'm currently working with Bonk. Which, given the noise it makes when you hit somebody, seems about right, I think. On 3, are I? Yeah, that's alright. Diggory, yeah. I'll just call it Cedric. Because, you know, he was a diggory who got cursed. Oh dear. Dizzy Cat, I like it. Mad Survivor, that's a good one as well. Appalachian Queen's not bad either. Got the big chopper out. There we go. Now we'll be over the line and we don't have to have everybody using all of theirs on us. And contribute. Decent turnout. Still a couple of minutes to go though. Ugh. I do still quite like the idea of calling it Bonk. Right now I've got an ordinary level 45 one that I intend to make legendary if I can't get hold of a cursed one in a reasonable amount of time. We'll have to see how that goes. Nearly there? No? Oh, still a minute to go. Eventually. Check my notifications. Nice. That's croc. Okay, not much going on. Oh. for a minute. I might be seeing some word on when the Baldur's Gate 3 patch will be, but no, it's just some related nonsense. A lot of plasma caster users, which is terribly uncreative. Gatling plasma, rather. Still, it will speed the procedure up a little bit and save me some ammo, so there is that. Perks have not been quite so far away. Have not been quite so close, rather. It's also why I set my back to a wall so I can't go running off into trouble. Oh, Williams. Oh dear. Things you resort to when you're trapped underground with no way of getting out. Due to the horn rights, if I remember rightly. Making steady progress, anyway. Yeah, plasma casters are not particularly common. I was thinking plasma, Gatling plasmas. Very much a meta choice. L down, I think it is. Nice. Didn't turn me mouse then for some reason. Oh well. Trying to make like sheep and fuck off. Although getting out of here in a minute when I'm cucumbered might be challenging. Just about to find out if it can be done. Yeah, I think we had a lot of high damage output players there, to be fair, Gray. I think he's normally considerably more of a sponge than that. Or feels like more of a sponge, anyway. Yeah, loads of time. take loads of time. Well, 10 seconds and I'm not quite out yet. No, I am not making it out. Or am I? Maybe I did make it out somehow. Used to race for the duct tape, but oh dear. Didn't think I was going to make it there. By the seat of my pants, I think I did. Cursed harpoon gun. Ah, crap. Not what I was hoping for. We'll have to do a few more in the next, over the weekend perhaps. You guys get freaked out, you've gone the wrong way. Yeah, it would be easy to do. I guess I'll keep going this way. Yeah, I don't know where I get all my adhesive from now, but I don't feel like I ever run out of it. I don't run out of anything anymore, but, apart from maybe flux, but... Lost in caves in every game. I have a fair few games I definitely have got lost in caves. Skyrim. Gonna have to stream Skyrim before the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. Although, if the rumoured Oblivion remake happens this year, that might happen instead. And if it doesn't, Sky Oblivion will probably happen instead. Because that's supposed to be coming out this year as well. How much further I've got to go? Well, not much further. I'm out, I think, technically, aren't I? Yeah. Right. Right. We need to look at. Don't need to scrap that. Yeah, I'm gonna need most of that, but you never know. Ghoul Slayers, poison resistance, lockpick. No, I don't need any of that. Zealots, poison, maybe. Whew. Still doing alright, and he used just over 1,000. And I got away with that to some degree. Right, let us bounce back to my camp. Where the hell do I live? That's where I live. And we're doing for time. Oh, about that time, eh? Ooh. Tiredness catching up with me a little bit. Let's actually get rid of a couple of bits, and I'll come back, do a quick reset, and go and hunt down some caps, I think. See if we can't get to a decent number, and then maybe hop a few camps. Well, I won't get to a decent number for that today, but still. My cap acquisition rate has seriously declined in the last however long. Probably because I've been putting less hours into the game, I guess, but and doing less of certain bits of content as well, I think. You finished about this week. Nice, Grow.
Please don't stab other customers while they shop.
I'll jump back into that tomorrow. Should be good.
Note to the gourmands. Human flesh is not acceptable tender here.
How you doing, Jay? Yeah, made it back before the end. Got a few minutes left. I have a message. Oh dear. Adorable links sent to me. It's fine. Cheers, Nico. Do appreciate. Kind of getting my brain... Oh, wrong loadout. Kind of getting my brain into gear to work on the next one. Follow up to this one. But that'll probably take a minute. Ahem. My goodies. Right. Now I'm done being strange. Me? Done? Strange? Never. Let's go to West Tech and farm up some caps. As we can certainly whack a few super mutants for a decent number. Really need to boost my luck even higher for that, but I can tell you how to do that off the top of my head, and I can't really be fussed with pursuing it right now either. One thing I am curious about is whether or not area looting affects the amount of caps you can get. As in, does it still roll for every corpse when you use area looting, or does it just roll once because you open the menu? That was a good throw. Nice way to chill out. Good. That's the goal. Generally speaking. Lump of flesh here that's got something. The Overlord. Don't think it changes it. Yeah, I don't know. You should really roll the opportunity to get extra caps on every body when you do area looting, once for each corpse, you know. But whether or not it does, I honestly don't trust it to be honest. So... if off. Easy way to farm up XP and caps this if you bang your cap collector perk on. Run through here, then go down to the FEV labs, then come back up the elevator from the FEV labs and you'll be back in a new instanced area, i.e. this one.
What's that? Someone there?
And you can kill them all again, and then repeat. I'm going to hide behind this bulletproof shower curtain. Clearly made from the same stuff as John Wick's suit.
Appalachia belong to super mutants.
Looks like a super mutant, huh? Must explain why you're on fire and dead. You better go up on area loot and the whole lot was bonus, you think? Don't seem to recall that in a while. Good haul there. Shower curtains made out of plot armor. Pretty much. Well, the suit's supposed to be bulletproof, isn't it? Have a bulletproof fabric lining in it. It stops the bullet going through, even if it doesn't necessarily do a great deal for the horse. Which kind of doesn't make any sense anyway, because he holds it out like this to protect him, and the flappy is not going to work very well, I wouldn't think. Although the really thick clothing insert stuff you can get still works when it's like that, apparently. Doesn't make any sense to me, but apparently it does. Ow, my face. Oh, 100% get what you're saying there, guy. I did enjoy those movies, though. They were good fun. I'm trying! Oh. Not directed at me. Like he didn't trigger at all there. Scrap that rifle in a minute.
Someone there.
Nope, nobody here at all.
No!
I know, he stepped round the corner. How terrible of him.
Now try and hide from this!
Why? You can't hurt me. It's not a game in which enemies are actually dangerous. That's exhibited by the fact that guy is just plugging away at me and sod all is happening. Despite the fact he's got a 3-figure level next to his name. Well, I pointed a gun at you and I pulled the trigger, mate. That's how I did it. In fact, I am curious as to where the earthly remains of these sods have gone. Evening, Navy. Bad mutant doggo. Have we got a raid that I can't read there? It looks like we have. Hang on. Let me just quickly jump out here while I... Yeah, Bear, thank you very much. Welcome on in, everybody. Hope you've had a good evening. Sorry, the pop-up on the thing is white with white text, which is exactly as helpful as you would imagine it to be. So, yeah, hope you're all having a good one. Everybody's having a good day. Welcome on in, everybody. We're pottering around farming up West Tech for caps, specifically right now, so that I can go and buy more legendary modules from people. Probably. I wondered if that body was actually going to reappear for a minute then. Just get crispy over there. And it's me. It's actually enough of them to do a tiny little bit of damage to me now. Oh, but thank you for the sub. Welcome on in. Yeah, stim packs work better when you press the stim pack button than the bash button. It's a general rule of thumb. Wonder why that happened. There we go. Eventually. I know the lighting's changed and stuff, but I'm wondering how much of my difficulty with actually spotting enemies lately is just me getting old. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
What's that?
6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess. Yeah, it's been a good evening so far, Yabba. Yourself? Have you had a good one? We've done a bunch of challenges. We launched a nuke, which is I haven't done in like a million years, roughly. That was kind of fun. Took down Earl quite quickly. Respectably quickly. And yeah, now we're just sort of wrapping the day up with little farming. Yeah, lots of guns. Let's go into the weapons tab and then I don't accidentally scrap something I want. He says. Do I have any... Yeah, there's a door frame there. Armor I want to get rid of. No, actually I don't. Wonderful. And from the 1900s. Yeah. That is true. You can do crazy. No. I'll patch in a few days, isn't it? Ghoul release on Tuesday. Just kind of getting ready for that. My new run and gun build, instead of being a run and gun build, is going to be a run and whack them over the head with a shovel build. So, kind of doing some prep for that. Camp building, nice. The camp builder, now you're a camp watcher. All of the above is acceptable. Now you see, I watched that go miles behind me, and yet somehow I still took damage. I'm not saying it's a problem, I'm just saying it's bloody annoying, you know? When I see the hammer go past my face, I don't expect to receive a bonk on the head. It's not on that swing, anyway. Unless there's somebody standing behind me, which there wasn't. You're doing non-auto melee build? Yeah. I'm going to do a bit of both. It's getting warm in here. I'm going to do shovel for just the lols of doing a shovel build for general running around when it doesn't really matter, you know. Stuff like this where they really have to work hard to do any damage at all. But for actual boss killing, I will probably go on to auto axe or something like that. Just for simple. SpongeBob's house. Again, showing my age by not knowing what that might look like. Didn't think that was going through for a minute, eh?
Only one of us
Come on out, buddy. I can't get in there myself, so you'll have to come to me. Wasn't really worth it after that one, anyway. Pineapple under the sea. That rings a bell, actually. It's probably a bad sign that the only bit I could remember that was it was called Bikini Bottom. It's definitely not a good sign, is it? It was a headache. Yeah, I can imagine trying to make a pineapple would be. Okay, thank you for the sub. Welcome on in. Aristocrat's walking cane. It must be a sword cane then. I'm gonna have to go back to camp because I'm nearly out of ammo. Go on, that's not a bad idea. Fun build. I thought about doing that in the past, but kind of didn't quite click with me. Melee combat in this game is more than a little simplistic, really. Ooh, where did my frames go? Could they please come back? Thank you. Just went off in the end. Because the lake can be location replacement when looking for it. Yeah, it is one of the more, you know, one of the less enjoyable parts of the camp building process generally. Unless you just know where you want to go. But when you've got to really scout a location, it can be a bit of a drag. Fortunately, it doesn't happen quite so much for me anymore. But it's not the most fun when you do. You know somebody's not confident on stairs when they go down them backwards. Well, that was my finest piece of shooting, but okay. It's a fun gun, this one. Not the best, not the worst, but generally just fun. I think I need that, don't I? Yeah. No dice. Right. Still over-encumbered, though. Let's get some food in me. That'll help. How am I doing now? I think I'll carry weight booster somewhere, haven't I? Yeah, loads of them. I can get away too. Probably didn't really need to at that point, did I? I'm going to drop all the stuff I don't actually need. Anyway, let's get back to camp and reset and maybe have another run at it. How are we doing for time? Oh, actually, it's a bit later than I thought. Accidentally drank Xion. That's only possibly going to end well. Come back frames, always forgiven. Yeah, exactly. to reference older ones to find new locations. Yeah, I do tend to repeat locations quite a bit. That was a fun build, considering it was all built around the new launch at the time of those sandbag dugout things. I've not used them since, though, so I've got quite a few prefabs like that I've bought them, used them, and then never used them again, which is a little sad. Stuff like that could be used as part of a larger build, but we'd need more space and budget really to make it viable. How am I doing on... Yeah, that's fine. So, we do need a bunch of ammo. This is tickly. No, I don't need to craft it. I've still got loads in here, haven't I? Yes. No. Reasonable amount in there, anyway. Yeah, I thought it was looking a little wonky, though. We'll repair it. Into Cranberry Bog. Oh, that could be interesting. Now make your way back on foot without fast travelling. Especially if you're under-leveled for it. If you're an early game character, then make your way back without fast travelling. Did I do the thing? I did not do the thing. How are we doing? 32,000. Not spectacular, really. Quick scan, see if anybody looks like they might have a bunch of mods. Oh, this person's got 4. Probably not. We'll give it a go. Actually, given where they are, I'm not going to fast travel over there. I'll jog over there because it's not far at all. Before I do that, I'm going to shoot somebody who's rudely taking pot shots at my Nucatron. Just exterminated a large number of your friends and you didn't get the message. Blap. T60, yeah. Well, in the right part of the map to find T60 arms. I do like T60 power armor. I've been using Union power armor for ages, but prior to that it was T60 or nothing, because it's just the best looking of the lot by a mile. Except no substitutes. Or excuses. Apart from maybe the really, really good Union stuff. I don't know what the newer stuff that's coming post-Union's like, but I think it's all attached to the continent that shall not be named, so I don't think I'll be using it anyway. Yeah, Maya's a good spot for sure. I do like that. You get some good lighting in there, although you also get some terrible lighting when you're trying to film videos. So swings and roundabouts, but it's definitely atmospheric. I like building kind of scrappy stuff that looks like it's rotting and falling apart in the mire. Well, also it's the best looking camp I've ever seen. I think the worst neither, but aristocrats, not bad. That's pretty cheap for an aristocrats one, actually. Medics, crippling charisma. No, I don't want any of those. Right, what else we got? Oh. Scan, scan, scan. It is 11 o'clock. I'm surprised there's that many people online right now. It's getting a bit late, isn't it? A few mods there. Maybe give that a go. It is at the White Spring, though, and it's literally the worst place in the world. If you're a camp builder, anyway. Finally got your first full set of power armor. Nice. Yeah. I remember hunting down T60 pieces specifically, but definitely the the best looking stuff. There's a lot more going on here than I was anticipating. Spandau Ballet would be proud. Yep. No dice. Oh, here. 2 mods. Both mods. Maybe slightly more promising. Well, why not? It's on the way, isn't it? Excavator set. Yeah, not so bad. Somebody gave you an excavator set. Have you actually done the quest for that one, Navy? Because that's how you get the power armor station to put power armor. Yeah, it's a crafting station for your camp. It's quite a decent quest line, I seem to recall. Been a while since I did it. Welp. That one on it. You did not do the quest. Yeah, definitely should if you want the to build a power armor station. But it was a good quest, that one. Where is it? It's down in the ash heap. Your best bet finding it. There's a few places you can find it. If you want a bit of a challenge, go around and have a look in Charleston for posters, particularly at the Hornwright Industrial headquarters around there, for the... Actually, no, it wasn't there, was it? But yeah, in places in Charleston you can find posters for the excavator power armor. You can also find one in... not in Welch, in Beckley. I think there's a sign for it just at the back of Beckley on your way to the mine exhibit down here. Or you can find it outside of Garahan Mining Headquarters, which is where the centre point of the quest is. But that's where the quest actually takes place. Yeah, it's a decent quest. Not quite Mistress of Mystery level, but it's decent. That's not much use neither, is it? Interesting location to build a camp. And I think we're basically at the end of the line there, aren't we? Yeah, dangerous pastimes. We could drop in on the back end of that. Tempting. Does this person have a punch card machine anywhere around? They do, I can't see it. It's a very weird camp, this. Incomplete might be another word for it. Where as opposed to 2? Oh, that's cool. That makes sense. Yeah, good quest. Oh, that's very green. It is very green. My eyeballs will never be the same again. Him. Sweet. Not in time. Oh, well, not really surprising, is it? Oh, well. We'll call it a rendezvous there, I think, then. One shiny evening. Ooh. At 10 past 11, I think that's probably a decent time. Yeah, that was fun. decent bit of got done what I wanted to do. I do need to check the season pages and make sure I've got all the rewards I want. Incidentally, if you haven't done that, do it, because as of the update on Tuesday, you won't be able to go back and check this season, because the new one will start. So, yeah, don't miss out on anything you want to claim, is what I'm saying. But that's Tuesday. Should be cool. Looking forward to that. Cheers, Navy. A very kind present from Bethesda, this. And a couple of other people as well. Noble Chairs being top of the list. And yeah, Tuesday for the update. Definitely going to have a bunch of content around that in the next few days, next week in particular. Thank you very much, Jay. Very much appreciated. Obviously, I'll cover the patch and the patch notes and stuff like that when it goes live. We'll be streaming some of it, probably Tuesday night next week. It would make sense, wouldn't it? Do it on patch day. Assuming I've actually got videos and stuff out in sensible time. That's the other thing to consider. But yeah, either way, we will jump into that. Charles? Otherwise, we're going to jump into Avowed tomorrow and continue on with that one. I'm thoroughly enjoying that game, so that should be fun. And we'll continue that in and around. Atomfall is but a few short weeks away, so we're going to jump into that as well. It's 2 weeks today, actually, Atomfall. So we'll kick that one off next week on Thursday. Well, 2 weeks today, yeah. 27th. So that should be cool as well. Lots going on. I've got a few bits and pieces I'm going to go over ahead of the update for next week as well. So definitely some good stuff there. And yeah, got to get my head around a camp build, which might happen on Monday, maybe, or it might be a bit after that. We'll see. I haven't started one yet, so I have to decide what I want to build and then build it and make a video on it and stuff, all of which takes a while. So, and I don't plan on doing an overt amount of stuff over the weekend, as I do at least like to try and have some time to myself. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, lots coming up in the next little while. I suspect we'll be fairly busy, and it will be ghoul time on probably Tuesday. At least that's when the update will be out. So yeah, looking forward to that very, very much. Yeah, 8 o'clock tomorrow for some Avowed, and we'll get back into the rhythm of it next week to see what happens. Should be fun. For now, thank you all for hanging out. Hope you've had fun. Definitely enjoyed today's session. It was good. I need to go and chase my cat around because I've got. Seems like she might need tidying up after. But yes, have yourselves a good rest of the evening. Have a good day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Do hit the subs and likes and notification bell and all that stuff if you want to check it out. Got social media links in the description and channel memberships if you are interested in that one as well. I do appreciate. And yes, thank you everybody for dropping in. Thank you very much for the raid, I do appreciate. Thank you all for coming on by. Hope you had fun. And yeah, intermittent, at least once a week we're streaming 76, so if you feel like dropping by, do appreciate. And as I say, we do other bits and pieces as well, because too much of a good thing, or pizza for dinner every day or something like that. Yeah, it's always good fun. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Hope you have a good one, and yeah, catch you around about 8 o'clock tomorrow night for a little bit more adventures in Avowed, which should be cool. So till then, have a good one. See you next time. Night, folks.